On the enterprise type of plans, enterprise sales, we've actually had roadshows that we've done, whether it's in-person roadshows or virtual, but really having kind of team by teams. There's a specific audience, maybe, West account executives, and we've partnered. So it would be like our team, which does the execution of comp, and then it would also be, sales operations and the sales leaders. We can answer the questions in terms of what the plan is, how the plan is going to be calculated and executed, and what that will look like in terms of your commissions, and then also the quota side of things as well, because there's always a lot of questions around quotas, right? And so, partnering and having those roadshows together with those teams really helps, because people generally don't pay that much attention to it until their first paycheck, until they're getting paid, right? They're like, oh, I was expecting this, I thought it's this, right? And so having it around that time, where a bit before first payment, ideally. Even better if it's earlier, because they know how they're entering the year. But in our case, it's sort of that early new year, kind of January timeframe, usually, sometimes a little bit into February. But the communication and the explanation has been key. And then it's just following up on the commitment, right? So making sure that we're paying accurately, making sure there's minimal issues so we don't get a lot of inquiries. But if we do get an inquiry, resolving those quickly. If there's any comp changes, of course, escalations, those types of things, having processes to manage that as well, which we do, right? Because you're never going to get 100% of all the different scenarios, and there's always going to be things where the rep did the right thing for the company, it just doesn't fit cleanly into the comp plan, right? And so there's some scenarios where we do have forums where we actually discuss these types of things. They're specifically escalated by reps, and then they come forward, and then they're kind of either approved or rejected with reasoning, and they're typically precedent setting, so that if we get another one in the future, we don't have to bring it up again, but it'll just be handled in the same way. So
I think setting that up is really important. I mean, you said it earlier, right? Like, it's a type profile that is a salesperson. It's as soon as that trust is broken, and or the SLAs are not being kind of met or communicated on, I think is when you kind of have the deviation. But if you have a process that indicates you are going to be treated fairly if it's done right by the business, like, and actually proactively communicating that, I think is very, very powerful.